and I jet to the shower, refreshed, ready to jump in the text. Meditate as I dress on the commission and debts that I owe to the king. As I got up off my knees, the words were still in my cheek. Please kill the will of Tawfiq, so Christ can speak to the weak, both the Jew and the Greek, and everyone in between. The sentence wasn't complete when I heard the bell ring. Michelle was cooking, so I thought that I'd get the door, open it up and said hi, pleased by what I just saw. There were two brothers dressed in white shirts and nice ties, a name tag on each shirt, big smiles, some nice guys. One said,
"Hello sir, I'm Brother Greg, this is Brother Nate. We're in your area, and one day if you mind us talking about the Church of Jesus Christ, we're the Latter-day Saints."
I smiled and said, come on in, so you guys are Mormons? Apologetics is not about us winning debates. If that's your reason to stop, you're hurting people that way. We study up and we fight for those who lost in the straight. So raise your fist for the Christ and let's contend for the faith. Apologetics is not about us winning debates. If that's your reason to stop, you're hurting people that way. We study up and we fight for those who lost in the straight. So raise your fist for the Christ and let's contend for the faith. They entered in grinning and happy for the chance to teach. With the grin, Michelle offered both of them some tea. They said,
"So you're familiar with the teachings of the Mormon Church?"
I told them somewhat, but please, let's be seated first. Now let's begin with the nature of the Holy King, for that is where we both believe some very different things. You believe that God was once a man like we are now. As he is, we may become. Your pearl's supposed to show us how. And Jesus, Satan's brother from the Father Spirit family, and the heavenly Holy Father has sex with Mary. Instead of grace alone, you believe we're saved by works. That exalts us to Godhood through the Mormon Church. Now we can both be wrong, but can we both be right? With such distinctions on our definition of the Christ. Why don't you tell me why you believe what you do? And once you finish that, I will do the same for you. Apologetics is not about us winning debates. If that's your reason to stop, you're hurting people that way. We study up and we fight for those who lost in the straight. So raise your fist for the Christ and let's contend for the faith. Apologetics is not about us winning debates. If that's your reason to stop, you're hurting people that way. We study up and we fight for those who lost in the straight. So raise your fist for the Christ and let's contend for the faith.
I sincerely pray to my heavenly Father, if Mormonism is true, studied up on the doctrines of Joseph Smith for more proof. I listen with all of my heart as the Spirit whispered, joy and peace is what he did in part, and I've been a Mormon since.
Thank you for your honesty, but honestly feelings they teeter-totter. We cannot depend on something that's so wobbly. The Bible's manuscript evidence is thick, more than any ancient text, script or book that exists. Archaeological findings are enlightening to skeptics, those who once denied it. Through this came to respect it, and the prophets who prophesied their prophecies unshakable. In AD 70, Rome destroyed the temple. Read Luke 22. Statistics discountable can debunk such a powerful argument, but don't miss the point and reason for this. Apologetics can't save when Christ alone is who saved. He created us in graciousness, but we chose ourselves when we played him. Now our hearts look like slave ships, much harder than pavement. We seek evil and wickedness, created and chased it, but Christ stepped in this matrix, paid our debt and then raised in 3 days and 3 nights, cause he's God, no, he was not created. Now I know this is different from the teachings they teach it, you done, but here take this book, it deals with the deity of the Son, eternity of the Father, holiness of the Spirit, Trinity infinitely is wonderful, pray you hear it. Please let me get a copy of the Book of Mormon. Hopefully next time we may be able to talk some more, man. But now I have a class to catch, can I be late? But before you go, do you mind if we stop and pray? All the glory on earth is all due to your Son. Bless the Father, I thank you for all that you've done.